Hey there, the purpose of this video is to walk you through how to import a message into ProPresenter here at Grace Point Church with the looks or the lowered thirds on the live stream. This is something we've recently fixed, and it does change the way we put the sermon in. And so I figured I'd make a video to show you how to do it. First thing I want to draw your attention to is over here, this multi-view. You have three screens. The projector, this is what's showing on the big projector. This is the stage display, what's showing on that back projector that the stage sees. And this right here is the live stream or the hallway TVs, what's showing on the live stream. Now, one thing you're going to notice if I click on something like this, you're going to see there's something different on the projector in the live stream. Now, this green is not actually what's showing on the live stream. The camera is taking the place of that green. It's a green screen basically. So, but you kind of see what we're trying to do. We have something else displayed. It's the same content, but you can still see the camera on the live stream and in the hallways. So this is our sermon template for 1 Corinthians part 2. You have this slide that says click once because there's a bunch of things activating here. It only has a 0.1 second timer. It also has the sermon countdown. So whenever you click it, it initiates that 35-minute countdown that goes on the back wall right here. That's the timer. One thing you'll notice is we have these labels on the bottom of the slides. This is showing what's showing on the live stream. Live stream blank. You can see right here it's blank. When you click on this one, it says live stream logo. So there's actually a 1 Corinthians logo that you have the option to put on there just to show the series for the people watching online. This is a prop and it disappears after 10 seconds. We have some scriptures. These are from last week, but I left them in there so you can see how they're supposed to look and how they're supposed to look right here on the live stream. And then same thing there. So I'm going to put in a scripture. We are in 1 Corinthians 6. I'm going to go and delete these. Command click to select them. Delete. I'm going to keep this in and consider that a template for any kind of sermon point we have. Sermon point. Here we go. There we go. And just leave that there. One thing that's really important about the looks or the lower thirds is this little mustached glasses guy right here in the corner of every slide. This is called a look. When you right click on it, you can hit edit actions and teaching point. These are the different kind of looks. Teaching scripture, branded, or teaching scripture generic. This is a brand because we have a 1 Corinthians series. A generic one is just so that if we wanted to show kind of a generic look. Teaching point, teaching blank, teaching sermon series. Teaching sermon series is this one right here. Where was it? Teaching quote. We're going to keep it simple today. We're going to use teaching scripture, teaching point, and teaching blank. All of these slides will have a little mustached man. So let's put in a passage. 1 Corinthians 6, 1 through 11. You're going to notice it all pops up with a look kind of already established. Options, that's all up here. We're going to want 1 Corinthians look right here. This first one with the white text. Here's another one with dark text. You can't really see it, but that's black text with an orange. We're using the white text because we're using a darker background. So there's that. Go ahead and grab these, copy and paste into here. These text boxes are a specific size so that they show up accurately on the live stream. You'll notice here it's not showing as a lower third. What we'll have to do is right click, add an action, an audience look in teaching scripture, because it's a scripture slide, and it's a branded look. There it is right there. You'll notice we only have 4 lines of text available, and we're running out of room here. So if I were to quick edit, right click quick edit is the best way to just grab text without messing with the formatting. Command X. If I were to grab that and paste it here, you'll notice I run out of room here. It's now broken into 5 lines and I've run out of room. So these are actually pretty close in size to this box is pretty close in size to this box. So what I would do in this case is I would right click, quick edit, grab this, Command X to take the beginning of that verse off. That's a good stopping point, and put it there. Now you're going to see now this is too long, so I'm going to have to go down the line and keep doing that. Let's take that off and see if that fits. You'll notice it doesn't fit here, but does it fit there? It sure does. Look at that. So we'll fix that. We'll go and put that there for now. You'll notice this little warning icon. That's because the text goes beyond the box. We're going to right click and click edit, and just drag this so that we can see everything. There we go. Next slide. See, you'll notice we only have 2 lines here, so we've got plenty of room. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this final thought, and such were some of you. I think that's okay. So let's make sure all these slides look good. We can see all the text here. If you want to make that bigger, you could just click live stream and, you know, drag this out. You can see more. Yep, you can't really go any further than that. Maybe like one small word before it breaks. So that's perfect size right there. This looks good, and that looks good, and that's the end of it. So there's our passage for Sunday. You're going to have more than that scripture, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that in because I know that's the main passage for Sunday. What you're going to want to do to these now is make sure every single one of these slides, I'm command clicking or command shift click to grab all the scripture slides, right click, add an action, audience look, scripture brand. I probably need to do these 3 because it's already on that one. Audience look, scripture brand. Even though it transfers over from the previous look, I always do that in case, you know, you end up back on this look, which this look is a blank. If I leave my mouse there, teaching blank, I'll give you an example. Let's say he's here. We read the whole passage. You see it's still showing up correctly, but then we go back to blank. Now what happens if he were to re-reference this? You go back to it and look. Now it's not right. You're going to want to make sure the look is added to every single one of these slides. Just like that. Next thing we're going to want to do is put a background on it. If you notice on the projector, can't really read that text very well because it's just going on top of the graphic text. Here I'm going to go back to this multi-view. There we go. Media. If you open this media bin up here, you can click down here on 1 Corinthians part 2, and here's some options. We're using this red solid background. Oh, where's my message? Here we go. So I'm just going to click that, drag it in. You got to drag it into every single one for the same reason. It will, you know, it will transfer over. If I click here, it's still there, but if I go here and then go back to that, it doesn't, you know, it shows the graphic. So I want to put the blank one on every single slide just to be safe. It's foolproof, you can't mess it up. I like to use these as blank slides because you now, as the ProPresenter operator, you are controlling the live stream in a sense. You don't want to just hang out on this slide forever because that lower third is going to stay on there forever. So hang out there for as long as you feel is necessary, and then go here, the live stream will go blank and the screen will go back to the sermon series graphic. So what I'll do is command click, command C to copy, and I'll kind of use those as placeholders to separate the different segments of the sermon. That's hard to say. Yeah, and to edit the sermon point, you can, you know, copy and paste it, right click, quick edit, edit the text. For some reason, if the point is super long and it breaks the line like that, let's see, it still looks good on here. I highly doubt there's going to be a point this long. But one thing you're going to want to note, if you go into quick edit and you break it with return like that, look what happens here. It breaks it here too. So what I would do in that case, if you really want to break it to make it look better, instead of doing it in quick edit, go into edit slide. Keep the text all in one line, but just adjust this box to where I want to break it there, and then what you can do is, line it back up to the middle. It'll lock you in place. That way, on the screen, that individual slide looks a little better like that, but down here, it keeps it all in one line. That's a little trick that's helpful. That's pretty much it. Put all your scriptures in, put your sermon points in, and that's how to do it.